Hi, I'm Charlotte Armstrong, and I knew Kitchener was home when I hosted my first nerd night, and people actually came to it. I moved here in 2010, and I knew no one. Try as I might, I could not find my people, and I almost left. I almost gave up. I joined some groups and made a few friends, but those were the people that didn't run away screaming when I said things like, "Are you a nerd?" Or, "Oh my God, you look like Doctor Who." Ryan. Or, "Do you like space? Be my friend." I wondered if there were others like me out there, lost and nerdy. Then I heard about an organization called Nerd Night, and after the boss vetted me and decided I was indeed a nerd, we had our first show in March of 2012, and since then, I have met hundreds of nerds, and I feel at home, truly at home, here in Kitchener, for the first time in my life. Kitchener, let this small town nerd shine.
Ever since we bought our little 60s bungalow, I knew I wanted a big garden because grass is highly overrated. I stupidly dug out the plots by hand on the hottest days of the year, wondering why I was so lightheaded and sore the next day, with a crappy Canadian Tire shovel. The first year, the rabbits ate almost everything. I would get so excited to see something start to fruit, only to discover the plant had been eaten off at a 90-degree angle. Fencing was the second year, which helped to ensure that the peas, lettuce, tomatoes, and peppers made it to my belly and not theirs. Nurseries were my downfall. I spent more on plants than anything else. What's that fruit bush? I don't know. Let's buy it. It's pretty neat to go out and pick a salad or some fruit and eat it for supper, or wander through and snack on fresh peas. The rabbits have vacated the premises for less greener pastures so that I can revel in my own plant-ripened, organic 100-yard bounty.
Hi, my name's Robin. I also don't live in Kitchener, but I live in Cambridge, so it's close. So I pulled into the driveway on the 1st of June, walked through the empty house and out the back door, and for the first time ever saw my husband on my deck at my house. Within a week, the kitchen was gone. The dumpster had appeared on the driveway, provoking curious neighbors. We ripped and hammered and smashed. We ate takeout in camp chairs next to the old stove that was in the living room. We washed rice out of the bathtub from washing the dishes before we showered in the morning. And slowly we started to rebuild. We argued about layouts and tiles. We sweat and swore, and we made a lot of mistakes. And if you look really hard, you can still see the hole in the wall behind the toaster. But then we were done, and we had made our first kitchen in our first house. And then one day in the fall, as I sat in the living room one evening, I looked around and I just swelled with joy that what we had really made was our home.
Hi, my name is Richard. I'm from Kitchener, though I wish I was in Havana. The day when I moved from Elmira to Kitchener was the worst night of my life at that point. My mom and my brother had left already. They warned me. My aunt warned me. Don't stick around. You don't know what he's going to do. I couldn't do that. I cleaned the house for him. I washed the dishes, I changed the trash, and I just sat there waiting for him to get back from his night shift. She's gone. No, she's not coming back. Nobody's coming back. I could have stayed, but I couldn't, and he begged for me to stay, but I couldn't. I had to leave too. I didn't know where everyone else went. As I got into my car and drove off to my friend's tiny apartment on Duke Street, the whole world seemed emptied and frail. So empty that I felt like I could just fall off the face of the earth and out into space. And I just drove away in silence, leaving him there in that empty house.